Thank you for requesting the Offer Messaging Stack worksheet. This is a tool we use all the time at Sticky Branding, and internally we just call it the OMS. Hi, I'm Jeremy Miller. I am the founder of Sticky Branding, and in this video, I'm going to give you some additional instructions and guidance on how to use the Offer Messaging Stack worksheet. Now, to do that, I'm going to share a short case study of Central Smith Ice Cream and how they use the OMS to generate a 70% response rate of vice presidents of sales from restaurant groups and quick serve restaurants. That's an astronomical response rate coming off of cold calls, cold emails, and solicitations off of LinkedIn. So let's unpack how you can use the Offer Messaging Stack to create a similar response rate. Our goal is to unpack your brand messaging so that you can put it back together to provoke your customers to buy. Now, this could be simply to provoke them to have a first meeting with you so that you can sell your services, but it's about creating the brand messaging that creates an action. And we do that by unpacking the messaging and then putting it back together so that you can put it into an email solicitation, a marketing campaign, a website, a landing page, wherever you're trying to connect with the right buyers with the right message. So let's start with Central Smith. If you've had ice cream in any Canadian restaurant, well, chances are you've eaten Central Smith's ice cream. They are one of the largest food services ice cream manufacturers in Canada. Now, they faced a problem through the pandemic. With restaurants being closed across the country, all of that market suddenly shifted. And the challenge, that burning need that restaurants faced was, how can they offer more takeout options on their menu? And dessert was one of the key holes on many restaurant menus. Many restaurants didn't have a good dessert option, and many didn't even think they could deliver ice cream to their customers through, say, Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes or DoorDash. Would the ice cream melt before it gets there? And so they just avoided it. But Central Smith knew otherwise. And what they did is they created a solution for takeout ice cream dessert options. And the Offer Messaging Stack allowed them to frame this. The first place you start is in a hypothesis. When you know what your customer's burning need is, you can then find a phrase or a statistic that will provoke them and catch their attention. And a good stat goes so far. In Central Smith's case, they said, since the start of COVID, ice cream sales are up 200%. Ice cream is the new toilet paper. Have you considered offering a branded ice cream option on your takeout menu? And that was the hook. Did the customer have that need? Now, the next level in the OMS is your solution. What are you going to offer? And oftentimes you need to adapt or customize your solution to speak directly to the need. So in Central Smith's case, before COVID, they would sell 11.5 liter tubs of ice cream because that would be an industrial size level of tub used inside of a busy kitchen. But with takeout, they could offer a branded takeout cup that would have the restaurant's logo and design on the outside, a little wooden spoon, and it could be sold as a single serve option or a sleeve of 6. And so the solution was a branded ice cream cup. Now from there, we want to talk about the value delivered. What is the ROI or the benefits that you're going to bring to your customer? And I like to break it up into both left brain and right brain options. On your left brain, you want to think of what is the tangible return on investment. You can help a customer save money, make money, you can save them time, you can bring them happiness or fulfillment, or create recognition. What is your brand going to deliver? In Central Smith's case, they could help a restaurant increase their average order size by offering a dessert, which would increase the profitability per customer order. Now, on the right brain side of things, it's a little bit different. They could offer much more intangible benefits. Ice cream is kid friendly. They could offer custom flavors, custom branding, create name recognition. It's something that would stick around after your meal because you could put these items inside of your freezer. So it offered a ton of benefits as well as simply offering another item on the menu. And then finally, you want to say, what is the next logical step in your sales process? What's your call to action? Now, a call to action could be schedule a meeting, a discovery call, book a demo. In Central Smith's case, it was a discovery session. And in that session, they would show a team how they could create a branded option for their menu. What would the packaging look like? What would the flavor options be? And how could it be customized to create their ideal service within the price point and everything else that they needed? If you look at what's happened in this OMS, what we have done is broken up the functional building blocks into very bite-sized chunks. And when we do that, we can be hyper aware of what are the messages you're communicating. What is the hypothesis? What's the thing that's going to hook an interest? What is the solution? What are you going to offer so that it solves the problem? What is the value delivered in both left brain and right brain solutions? And finally, what is the next logical step in the sales process? When you understand these elements, you can actually test and validate, does your brand messaging work? So many marketing dollars get wasted because we start marketing and seeing if our messaging works. But if you start with a simple conversation, telling the story to a customer, you will get an indication, does your OMS work? You can take this out to a small email campaign or a marketing campaign, and look for further validation. And as you build this up, what you're looking for is the proof and validation that the messaging works, that it provokes a customer to buy. And at that point, you want to step on the gas and market your messages, because now you know you've got the right message that's going to provoke your customers to generate an action, to generate a lead, to generate a meeting, to move the sales process forward. Now, if you'd like to learn more, we would be happy to have a conversation with you. At Sticky Branding, we are strategy coaches. We work with companies from around the world to create branding and growth strategies that slingshot their businesses forward. The OMS is one of the tools that we use, and our goal is to help you create that brand that customers are just flocking to, and the way you measure your performance is in sales. If this resonates with you, book a strategy call with us. I'd love to learn more about your business and what you're trying to achieve. I'll be happy to show you our tools and process, and then we can establish what it's going to take to slingshot your business forward.